Well, I guess it's that time of year.
Yep, and you know I'm a huge fan.
Me too. Huge.
Opening day is right around the corner.
We should both go. We get our blood pressure checked.
And our cholesterol, you know, I already have it on the calendar.
That's right, the 9Health Fair, April 21st through the 29th. Lots of free and low-cost tests. Find a fair near you at 9healthfair.org.
You know, Gov, maybe we ought to take in a game too.
You take care of your health.
You go to the 9Health Fair.
But there's somebody in your life.
Husband, wife, neighbor.
Somebody who maybe needs a little nudge.
This year, make it your mission to take them along.
Twist their arm. Give them a little sugar.
Whatever it takes, just get them to go.
Their health is all the thanks you need.
But maybe they'll thank you anyway.
Quest Diagnostics, dedicated people improving the health of patients through unsurpassed diagnostic insights and innovation. A proud sponsor of the 9Health Fair from the very beginning.
There are some people, I will use my neighbor as an example, who is not young, who is older, that I know doesn't have health insurance because he was laid off his job. And honestly, every time I'm outside, I hear him coughing for 10 or 15 minutes. And I feel like that sometimes he's just going to pass out if he gets some of these coughing spells. That would be one person that I would highly recommend going to something like this, because I know he doesn't see a doctor. Inviting those people who to say, look, I know how you feel. I feel the same way. And I felt the same way. But I chose not to do this anymore, not to ignore it, not to be afraid of it, to be proactive. And this is a resource which you can use to start to do those things.
I've been going to the 9Health Fair for probably the last 10 years. I'm single, so I go by myself and I drag friends along. I always have a girlfriend who goes with me, and we just have a good time chatting in line. It usually takes about 2.5 hours. And then we do all the other tests that they have free of charge. We do the hearing test and the vision test and just have a checkup, total checkup.
All ages, all adults, young adults and seniors all the way through, because you never know what you may find.
This is actually the first time that I went to a health fair, and I wanted to get my cholesterol checked. It had checked high in the past, and I just wanted to see how I was doing on the lifestyle changes that I'd made. My cholesterol was great. It was actually down 98 points, which was fantastic. But I actually got a call back about 2 days after the health fair because my thyroid levels were really off. And then actually it was a few weeks after that that I started getting symptoms, and I followed up with my doctor, and there really was a problem, so it's a good thing that I got those results.
It's just not like going to a doctor and the doctor's office and how intimidating that all is, and it's just real easy to get into and out of. It's not too difficult in Buena Vista to get people to come and show up for that, because most people do.
If you don't have continuity of care because your insurance is changing and this insurance says, yes, you can go have those tests, and that insurance says, no, then you don't know, you can't monitor, you can't know where you're going, you don't know where you've been. And with the health fair, I found that, I have that paperwork every single year. They're really good about getting it to me, and they even flag. If they see something that's a little off, they go, oh, take this to your doctor and talk to him about it.
It's a little bit frightening when you get a call soon after the blood test that they say, I'm from the 9Health Fair, and you have a result that's, not in line. You need to get in touch with your doctor. So, that's a wonderful thing. And then when they do send the paperwork, they send an extra copy for the doctor, which is unbelievable. So I would never miss it. It's a priority for me. And I feel Colorado is so lucky to have the 9Health Fair.
We had, looked at the cost of going into a doctor. Well, this was much more affordable. It was easy, and that was the drive, for my wife to, make sure I went in and at least did this, at least.
So the 9Health Fair would not be even possible if it were not for the thousands of volunteers who make it happen every year. And this morning, we have something special to share with you. One woman credits a volunteer screener with helping to save her life. She asked us if we could find that screener and reunite them so she could say thank you in person. Taronda is now joining us from Holy Love Lutheran Church in Aurora. Hi, Taronda.
Good morning. So all the viewers are in on everything. We'll tell you more about that in just a minute. So we want to tell you first, we're at Holy Love Lutheran on Chambers Road in Aurora. This is a blood draw room, really popular room. A lot of people come here for those screenings. The other things that we do too, though, include at some sites we're doing breast exams. And one of the people who does that is Sharon, and she is a volunteer with the 9Health Fair. Sharon Peterson, you've been doing so much. Tell me about your job.
Well, I teach how to teach the clients how to do self-breast exams and then perform the breast exams. And I've been doing this for about 10 years at various sites for Channel 9.
Why do you think this is so important, something for you to do?
Well, many of these women do not have primary care doctors or are unable to get mammograms. So it's very important to teach them to once a month do the self-breast exam.
Have you ever found anything for someone?
Oh, yes, yes.
And it's probably a really big moment when you do, correct?
Yes, and the good thing is that usually then we give them telephone numbers that they can call if they do not have a primary care doctor or access to a mammogram.
Well, I want to introduce you to someone that you met last year. This is Ann, and she has something to talk to you about.
And you were over at the Baptist Church over on Mississippi.
Yeah.
And you actually did a self-exam for me.
My goodness, look at that.
And I didn't want to react to it, and I didn't really want to believe that it was happening, but went to my doctor, and I did, in fact, have a lump, and it was malignant.
Oh.
So I had a lumpectomy, and they caught it really early, thank you. And so I'm 1 year clean. I just had a mammogram the other day, and everything turned out well. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
These are the moments that we live for here at the 9Health Fair.
Even people who do have insurance, it really is about women doing a self-breast exam.
Yes.
And I wasn't used to doing that, and I appreciate you doing that very much. Thank you.
That's the moment that we just live for here. And we will be right back with more from the 9Health Fair.